Good day. The things you need to know before going into trading. First of all, you need to have a plan, which is very important. You need to have a working strategy. You need to have a good risk management and a psychological analysis. The psychological analysis is about emotional control. You need to know how to control emotions. So, when I'm talking about strategy and plan, you are talking about calculations, not just motivation. Nobody's motivating you. It's about a certain calculation that works for you in trading, that's having your own edge. So we are still looking at the possibility or the assurance that you need to know your entry and your exit. It's very important for you to know your exit when you are leaving the trade. It is very, very important. So when you talk of plan, you need to have a certain goal that you want to reach. You don't just trade randomly. And when we're talking of goal, something like I want to get a car at the end of the year, I want to get a land, I want to start this business, which you can actually achieve through trading. So you need to look at so certain percentage of profit you need to take per trade, and everything needs to be in calculation, not just motivation. So for example, you have a capital of 1,000, that's like £1,000 or $1,000. So it's going to be in USDT because this is crypto futures trading. So you're entering $100 per trade, $100 per trade, and you're taking a certain percentage, because before you become consistent and disciplined about something, you need to have repetition of a particular or fixed price or fixed amount you're entering per trade. For example, that $100 per trade, and you're taking 30% of $100 per trade every single trade. So let's say you have 30% per trade and you have done up to 10 trades or 30 trades. 30 times 30%, that's like 900%. You see, so if you are consistent in it, you have achieved a certain goal, a certain threshold. So it will help you to be consistent, because without having a fixed plan or a strategy or something you are disciplined about, you're just going to be treated randomly, and at the end you get tired of it, because consistency need repetition. You understand? So it is very, very important to have a plan. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. And you can see from our last trades, where I've been able to do 10 trades in a row without losing a single trade, which is very possible because the risk management I offer is very solid and very, very good. It actually prevents you from blowing up your account. And something that is rest assured that I'm assuring you is that you're never going to blow your capital. You're never going to blow your capital under my mentorship. So what you need to do is you need to just click the link on my bio, or send me a DM, or send me a message on WhatsApp. My number is actually there too. So it's not just about coming to learn to trade. Something you should know, that no matter what, some people will still lose. But I'm assuring you that as long as you follow instructions, you surely make profit and you will never lose your capital. It's like when we went to secondary school, university, and all. There are some people that will still fail and not follow instructions. I know it's very difficult to follow instructions. Sometimes in trading, you want to overtrade, you want to uh, do revenge trading. Revenge trading is when you lose a trade and you want to get that profit that you lost immediately. Trading doesn't work that way. So that comes down to the psychological analysis, which you need to be very, very careful about. So everything will be taught in the Telegram group, which I've actually opened. So it's growing gradually. So another thing is that it's not easy to be consistent. You need to separate your trading capital from the money you used to feed or do some miscellaneous. It needs to be there untouched. It's something you know you can lose. Trading capital is something you know you can lose, but I'm assuring you, nevertheless, you're not going to lose your capital, because the risk management is very tight. There's a specific amount. I don't even use quarter of your capital to trade. Although you're the one trading yourself, you don't use quarter of your capital. All you need to do is to follow instructions. Like I said from the beginning, have a plan, a good strategy, like having an edge in the market. Then you need to be disciplined about it. Have a certain percentage you enter per trade. If it's 30% you are taking per trade, you need to know your exit. Knowing your exit means, okay, once it's 30%, I'm out of the market. I'm taking only 30% from the market. So sometimes when you want to wait for 100%, 200%, the market can reverse on you and you can lose everything. So it's easier to get to your certain percentage of that 30%. If you compound that 30% every single trade, you see that at the end of now 10 trades, which can actually have 2 or 3 days, you can give that 900%. 900% of $100 is $900. So it's really about the consistency, not about you win today, tomorrow you blow up your account and they are motivating you to deposit again. So it is very, very important for you to be consistent, have a plan, have an exit plan to leave every trade, know when to option out from a trade. So that aside, on my next video, I'll be explaining the difference between market and mark price. There's a huge difference between market and mark price. So I had this experience before of a trade I actually opened, and the trade was actually going my side in the market. If you look at the chart, it was perfect. It was perfect. That's what I'll say. The trade was perfect. But the mark price was saying something different because you can be winning a trade in the chart, and when you check your P&L, you see that you're losing the trade. Some trades or some assets don't have much liquidity, so it happens like that most of the time. So you need to be careful. So I'll discuss that in my next video. So make sure you either subscribe, follow, or send me a DM if you're really interested. So that's it. Thank you.